Hi, my name is Jose Brand. I am an artist. I currently work at Kano Apps as a lead concept artist. I've been painting pretty much all my life, and I got into digital art at least 12 years ago and just kind of fell in love with it. And by improving my process in digital art, it's really helped me improve my traditional painting techniques. And since then, I've been painting more and more with acrylic paints and really developing my traditional painting skills. And that's what I'm showing here, and I'm proud to be here, and come check out my paintings. Lots of robots. Thank you.
I'm Paul Dowd, and what's my story? Well, I'm originally a fine artist. Like, in high school, I did a lot of fine art, a lot of abstract art, still lifes, all that kind of stuff. I think in my last year of high school, that's all I did. And then I went to art school for a year, and I didn't like it. So I left. There was too much designy, weird things going on where putting two colors up against each other and you're like, can you see the color that's in between them? And I was like, the drawing class was great. I got to do the drawing class. I was just drawing all day. And the funny thing for me was I always had art and music kind of was like the sun and the moon. Like, one would always be in the sky and one would be on the, like, I'd focus on one and the other one would sit dormant for a while. So I ended up playing a lot of music for about 10 or 15 years and not doing very much art at all. And then I ended up getting a website design job, and then ended up at a company called Zynga that does Farmville. Got in on the ground floor of those guys and ended up doing all my art and the user interface design, jack of all trades kind of thing. And then I ended up launching Farmville with those guys, doing all the art, and then ended up being the art director of it, which was pretty cool. It was at the time was the biggest video game of all time, 33 million players, which is a day, which is like, people like cows. But then that ended up declining. Everybody knows the Zynga story. So now I'm an art director for Tiny Mob Games, but it was neat doing that because the production art, I've always liked comic books and movies and geeky things, and it's just cool. Like, the ideas are really creative and cool. You know, you have gadgets. It's just really imaginative. So, I mean, what kid doesn't like superheroes? So getting to draw those was awesome. Actually, I do remember the first time I drew, I was tracing Transformers out of the Transformers comic book in grade 2, maybe 3, just to learn how to draw. I just remembered that. That's kind of a neat little memory trigger. So I learned how to draw different styles, because when you're on a game and there's another art director, you actually have to draw like they do, which is really weird, because everybody's got their own style, and it's almost counterintuitive and productive, and it's weird. It's like, I don't draw like this, so really challenging. But in that kind of industry, you adapt and you do all sorts of new drawings. That's even what I'm doing now. As art director of Tiny Mobs, there's outsourcers coming in, and I'm like, I like that, so I incorporate that into my drawings or impart that into other production arts. It's quite amazing. There's no ego or anything in it, which is, I really, really love that. But also then there's this fine art side, which is all about emotional expression. And my art teacher in high school was really influential, Harry Stanbridge, and he's amazing. and he used to tell me not to worry about anything and just like go for it on the canvas, like literally attack it. And that's what the two funny, the weird pieces that don't fit in at all, that's actually was more, I was really angry when I did those. And then it was fine, which is great. I got to do that more often. Processing emotion. So those are kind of neat. There's a big story to those, but which I'll probably use your whole, probably be like 3 gigs of data. But so yeah, I really like doing all of those things. It's really, really interesting, and you learn a lot. When you have to adapt to different styles, you learn a lot. So fortunately, it's a growing process. Yeah. That's pretty much me in a nutshell.
Hi, I'm Carollyne Yardley, and the show Strangelings Paintings by Pixel Wizards is on at the Art Gallery of Greater Victoria's Massey Gallery until November 10th, 2013. The show has 3 artists, Jose Brand, Paul Dowd, and Carollyne Yardley, that showcases art directors who have made their careers in the game and tech industry. Creatives often are not seen same as their fine art cohorts because of the digital media, but this show is showing how traditional media is often used for the concept development before it actually ever enters into the digital world. The show Strangelings is attempting to connect the art and tech community together. My pieces for the show include 3 paintings where I am reimagining famous painters who have specialized in brand recognition and the repetition of image. Murakami's squirrel, Yayoi Kusama's squirrel, and Banksy's squirrel. And by using the squirrel face and reimagining these artists with their imagery, I'm saying that I am also using the squirrel faces for brand recognition and for the repetition of imagery. I hope you enjoy the show.